when this story came out yesterday, unfortunately, as sad and disgusting as it is, it's not really a surprise because we've seen Stan Lee treated so poorly, even by those closest to him,
Yeah.
in the years up to his death and even after. They're still using this man. And this is the headline from Bounding into Comics. Marvel licenses Stan Lee's likeness. New deal opens doors for CGI appearances of the legendary creator in Disney theme parks and future MCU projects. And for a guy who essentially was getting dragged around to conventions and forced to sign when he had no idea what was going on, just so his family could make a buck off of him, to like for it still to be happening. Remember his account, his Twitter account was like shilling NFTs, a year or two ago. So it's just sad, especially for someone who's so beloved by so many people.
It is disgusting. And the problem is, I don't think enough people pay attention to the ins and outs of all of this. The majority of people are just going to say, "Oh, Stan Lee. Oh yeah, let's cheer in the movie theater." And oh, it's Stan Lee. There's a cameo. I don't think enough people really understand the ramifications of how disgusting this is, and that's why they can get away with it. But that's why places like Geeks and Gamers have to exist. That's why places like Friday Night Tights and Nerdrotic and all these amazing channels have to exist to call the bullshit out, to educate people on what's going on, because they don't. The masses are not going to understand the ramifications of this or the details of this or why a small amount in the bigger picture are going to be upset. They're going to dismiss these fans as like angry incels in their basements. It's like, no, we know what you did. We know what happened in the later years of his life and how he's been treated. We understand that. And that's why people are upset about it. So it's about educating people. And I know like the Quarterings did a good job on that. He had videos that got millions of views on the topic. You know what I mean? And that's why so many people are frustrated about it.
Those last videos of his life at those Comic-Cons are one of the most hardest things to watch. He's just being bossed around by people. Sign this, sit here. Just let him sleep, man. Just let him sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You couldn't let him. Don't open that by the microphone, please.
She keeps bringing me food.
What was I gonna say? Jesus, he puts it up to his fucking mouth.
How do you open it?
Not there.
If I rip it open, they'll fly all over the place, and then you'll have another thing to say.
Somehow, like every other person in this house has managed to open it without them flying everywhere or without using their fucking teeth. No, I'm good. But thank you.
They're tasty.
Yeah. It is sad that in the last couple of years of his life, he was dragged around like that. And even when the man's dead, he can't rest in peace. Because Disney is Disney, Marvel is Marvel. These people are fucking scumbags. It's like what Amazon's doing right now with Tolkien. They're literally launching this thing, which is a bastardization of Tolkien's legacy on the anniversary of his death.
Yep.
You know, it doesn't, I guess it does get more disgusting. What they're doing with Stan Lee is more disgusting than what Amazon's doing with that.
So far.
But it's messed up.
Yeah. Well, they're treating him like Weekend at Bernie's. That's essentially what they're doing digitally now. They're just treating him like Weekend at Bernie's. They're just kind of parading his dead body everywhere.
Who sees that and is like happy to see a CGI Stan Lee in the movie? I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like, there's different ways to honor him than putting out a fake CGI Stan Lee. I don't know. It's just disturbing.
Well, so the rumor, what I'm hearing is that they're going to use a lot of his likeness for the Avengers campus that's over at Disneyland. And Stan Lee's going to come out and, introduce some of the new characters and the new shows. That's what they've been doing at the Avengers campus now at Disneyland. Stan Lee is actually in the Spider-Man ride at Universal Studios, but he was around and he actually, was happy like that was going on. It wasn't like an abusive thing that they did ever at Universal Studios. They have his likeness in there. He's literally driving a trash truck. It's just like a honor to his cameos in all the films that they put it in that. Put it in that ride.
I mean, it kind of made sense, I guess, for like the Star Wars movies for a certain extent when you had like Tarkin and different characters, because it's like they're prequels and you want to keep them in the story and that sort of thing. But what they're doing with Stan Lee, it's just about, just profit at this point, just trying to squeeze every dollar they could. And we were thinking while he was alive that they're just trying to make every dime they can out of this guy before he goes. And now even that he's gone,
squeezing them rocks, man, for every little ounce of lemonade they can.